Return straight away to our main story and get more on the news that the Coronation Street actor William Roache has been found not guilty of 2 rape and 4 indecent assault charges. Well, those verdicts came in around lunchtime, and when Bill Roache left Preston Crown Court, he thanked his supporters.
First and foremost, ITV Granada, who I thank them for their loyalty and their support all the way through. I'd like to thank my management, Champions UK, without whom this wouldn't have been possible, and in particular John Hayes, who's shown himself to be so much more than just a good friend. I'd like to thank my legal team, Louise Blackwell and Julie Warburton and Chartwell King, and of course my family, who you have seen. I'd like to thank my colleagues and friends who've supported me through this, and all those people that I don't even know who have sent me great support through all this. I'd like to thank James and the Circle of Love for their love and energy that has brought me to this place at this time, and I look forward to being with them on Friday night. I've just got one thing to say. In these situations, there are no winners, and I think we should all be much kinder to ourselves. So now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to get back to work.
William Roache talking at lunchtime today on the steps of the court. We've also heard in the last hour or so from the Lancashire Constabulary, the investigating police force. The police issuing a statement that says, "We entirely respect the verdict reached by the jury today. The constabulary remains committed to investigating allegations of this nature, no matter how historic, and would encourage anyone who's been a victim of a sexual offence to come forward, safe in the knowledge that they will be treated sensitively and professionally." Well, let's talk now to Stephen Cooper, who is with me. He campaigns for anonymity for people accused of sexual offences, and he founded the legal group, support group, Falsely Accused. Good afternoon, to you, Stephen. Any case where we're talking about events that were 10, 20, 30 years ago versus something recent, that in itself is difficult, isn't it?
Extremely, because obviously over a period of years the memory fades. The memory can say things that are not quite true. They can make mistakes, as in this case it was quite clear that there were mistakes made by the alleged complainants. So yes.
The issue that you campaign on particularly, which is anonymity.
Yes.
What are your reasons for that? What's your fundamental position on that?
The British judicial system, the cornerstone of our system, is a jury. And basically, in this particular case, William Roache may have been put on trial by the media, and being accused of any historical sexual offence or any offence, there's a stigma attached to it. So he has been named and shamed. He may well say he wants to get on with it, and he rightly said that there are no winners. However, what this is doing is this potentially stopping true victims of sexual violence coming forward because of this? Will they see that the jury may have got it wrong or may have got it right? I mean, he's saying that the evidence, obviously the jury believed on his part, but the victims, they may say, well, we didn't actually get to true justice. So
is your point that if an individual is found not guilty, that never goes away, and had that person been anonymous for the duration of the trial,
it should be fair on both parts. Until the jury reached their decision, then I don't feel that William Roache should have been named. But
you will know that the argument for this not being the way it's done is that it is extremely difficult to get people to come forward and report sexual offences in the first place, and if an individual who has been abused by someone hears about it in the press, that can give them the courage and the confidence to come forward to the police, and they might not have done that otherwise.
Absolutely true, but the new head of the DPP, Alison Sanders, said quite clearly that she was setting up specialist units throughout the country. So any true victim of a sexual offence should have no problems in the first place coming forward.
But why is someone who comes forward to report an alleged sexual offence going to be any more likely to be making it up than someone reporting any other crime then?
Well, statistically, the Crown Prosecution Service, the DPP, reported last year that there were 35. They ran a survey between 2011 and 2012. There were 5,651 prosecutions for rape in England and Wales, and by comparison over the same period there were only 35 prosecutions for making false allegations. Those false allegations have a severe effect on families as well as true victims of sexual offences.
And you speak passionately about this because you went through something not dissimilar a long time ago, although it turned out to be mistaken identity,
That's
which
correct,
you were able to prove.
And it never...
But explain the impact on your
life.
It
never leaves your side, and because of, unlike any other allegation, a sexual allegation, there is a stigma attached to it. There's no smoke without fire. And there, of course, even on a not guilty verdict, people are going to say, well, there's no smoke without fire. Something must have happened. So that's the problem that we have. So as I said, it is a jury that made the decision. They made the right decision in this particular case. But my view, and what I've campaigned for the past 20 years or so, is simply that both the defendant and the complainant should have the same rights afforded to them up until a jury reaches their decision.
Stephen Cooper, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us.
Well, let's turn to